I'm going to go and sort of cut out the information on the toms where they're not being played. So I'll take this out of the group. We'll get in here and be a little bit more specific about where these are stopping and starting. And I'm doing this instead of using a gate. Now we'll just make sure that I'm not losing some of the leakage tone that I was liking. I am missing a little bit of the room sound that's coming through on the toms, well, on the kick through the tom mics. So let's just undo all that muting, and we're going to take a different approach. Right now, where I'm liking that ambient spill from the toms is minus 9.5. I'm going to turn the toms up to where I want to hear them balanced in the song. So I ended up turning them up 4 dB, so that's cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the parts of the file down, like maybe 6 dB for what I was going to mute before. And let me just, now I'm going to be very careful about where I'm making these transitions. I'm obviously getting a little bit of the ringing and resonance of the toms. They're making the other drums sound a little fatter, especially the kick drum when it's hitting, because it's making those resonate a little bit. It's not an absolute, because sometimes drums don't have sort of as much note tonality. Sometimes you can have a drum that doesn't really feel like it's sitting on a specific note. But, you know, especially with toms, there's resonance, and so that's why it's kind of important to often consider tuning them to the key of the song. When I turned off the tom tracks, I just lost a little bit of the bass and feeling of the kick drum having a little bit of weight, because those mics are kind of close, and like I said, the toms are ringing sympathetically with the kick drum and a little bit with the snare. Just by turning off what we've been listening to as part of the drum sound, and how we also sort of evaluated what the kick drum should sound like in the context of the kick drum, that was influenced a little bit by what the spill coming in from the rack toms was giving us. I'm going to play the verse and bring them in and out, and you'll see how the kick drum especially changes. With them gone, the kick drum's not a bad sound, but I'm missing a little bit of that 100 cycle kind of feeling of punch. When I'm